Robin's vocals. Robin can do anything.
Really, he's my favorite singer. He's the singer that I wish gee, I guess we've been together now a long time, but it's like, he was the singer that I was always wanted to have. I've got perfect pitch, but I got a shitty voice. But with
he's a growler, and he can growl, he can croon, he can sing, he can wail. He's got everything, and it must be so awesome for you as the guitar player to play off of that.
I actually took a couple voice lessons from my dad, who was he was an opera singer. So it's like he was a legit straight kind of singer. And then Robin, but he sang in choirs and all kinds of stuff. And he's a real singer, not just a shouter, but he can shout real good too.
We're not going to lie. He was always a great looking dude.
Really? Oh, I thought it was me.
He was always that great looking dude where, back in the 70s, us girls were like, ooh, Robin Zander. So he has everything. He's just the perfect front man. And you've said recently, which I love this quote, you said, you know what? We're just too dumb to quit. We love to play. We just want to play music. That's what we do.
A lot of people say, well, I tell people, I think we're a lot of people's fifth favorite band. It's like, we're not their number one favorite or whatever, but we're in the ranking of that kind of stuff. And it's like, in other bands like us, I think, because we've had success, we've had failure, but we kept going at it. We just kept going. Every mistake a band makes, we've made them, but we always persevered and just said, screw it. It's like, we do what we like, and it's like, if records do well, tremendous. If they don't do well, we try to make a good record. It's like, it's been our whole career.
And what's amazing? You mentioned bands, and I've had so many artists in and on, and Cheap Trick is always a band that other bands say influenced them. So I think of all the artists that we may not have had today, whether it's Dave Grohl or members of Guns N' Roses or members of Green Day, without Cheap Trick. Do you guys feel like, I'm trying to think of the right, like an American treasure, really, in rock and roll? We're looking for these American treasures that stick around. I think of who we have. We had Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Cheap Trick, Alice Cooper, maybe, but we're trying to think of our American treasures. And you guys are truly an American treasure.
Thank you. We, like I said, I don't mean to be extra humble and OG, but it's like, the fact that, we do what we like, and we're lucky that we had any success, and we're lucky we had any fans, but we got a lot of fans, and we like what we do. And, it's, we're too dumb to quit, and our mistakes are real, and we're just a good band. And my other quote is, I don't think we've ever progressed, really. We never tried to be something that we weren't.
No.
We never tried to be, all right, now we're going to do this. It's just like, no, that's phony.
Yeah.